Good morning, everyone. Today I'll be presenting a case study on Harley, a preschool-aged child in my classroom. I'll explore his strengths and learning needs, my role under the NCCD framework, and how inclusive practices such as universal design for learning and collaboration support his participation and engagement. Harley is a confident, enthusiastic learner who is highly engaged in hands-on construction-based play. He enjoys building with blocks, magnetic tiles, and loose parts, where he demonstrates persistence and a strong focus. He benefits from predictable routines and is developing his communication and social interaction skills, particularly when engaging with peers. Harley has been diagnosed with Prader-Willi syndrome, which impacts his cognitive development, communication, behavior, and physical health. The NCCD guides my inclusive practice by ensuring that students with disability receive reasonable adjustments to access learning on the same basis as their peers. My role as an educator is to identify Harley's learning needs, implement targeted adjustments, and collect evidence such as his learning plans, healthcare plans, and collaboration records. I also monitor and review his progress to ensure support remains effective. Harley is supported at the supplementary level of adjustment within the cognitive category. Importantly, the NCCD is not just about reporting, but about ensuring that adjustments are evidence-based and responsive. This means I am continually reflecting on my practice and making changes to ensure Harley is supported to achieve equitable learning outcomes. In the classroom, I use universal design for learning to reduce the barriers and support Harley's participation. UDL focuses on providing multiple means of engagement, representation, and expression. In my classroom, I use visual schedules as well as structured routines to support predictability and reduce anxiety. I also provide choice boards which allow Harley to communicate his preferences and engage more independently. He can access the well-being room, where he uses strategies such as deep breathing and a feeling thermometer to regulate his emotions. These supports are not only beneficial for Harley, but for all children in the classroom. They create an inclusive environment where all learners can access and participate in meaningful ways. In my classroom, I use a strength-based approach by incorporating Harley's interest in construction play into my planning. For example, I design learning experiences where he builds obstacle courses using loose parts and recycled materials. These activities support his gross motor development, problem-solving skills, and collaboration with peers. They also support sensory regulation as Harley benefits from movement and active engagement. Using his interests intentionally supports his confidence and motivation while allowing me to scaffold new learning. To support Harley's learning, I use structured and intentional teaching strategies. He participates in small group experiences where I can provide more focused support. Tasks are broken down into simple steps, and I model expectations clearly. I use visual supports and choice boards to support communication, and I provide additional processing time so he can understand and respond. Harley also responds well to simple language and consistent cues. These strategies support his independence and confidence. Over time, they also help him generalize skills across different learning situations and participate more independently. Harley benefits from a proactive behavior support approach that focuses on emotional regulation, predictability, and a sense of control. When he becomes overwhelmed, I guide him to the well-being room, a low stimulation space where he can regulate his emotions. He uses strategies such as deep breathing and a feeling thermometer to identify and manage his emotions and feelings. He also engages in heavy work activities such as building and moving materials, which support sensory regulation and reduce stress. Consistent routines are essential as they reduce anxiety and help him feel safe and ready to engage in learning. Harley has also a visual schedule on the wall where he checks it often and helps him to transition smoothly from one activity to another. Harley requires support during meal times due to hyperphagia. He is closely supervised to ensure his safety while maintaining his dignity and inclusion with peers. All staff understand his dietary needs, and clear expectations are in place that children do not share food. We also collaborate with his family to ensure consistency. We implemented the Munch and Move program, which promotes healthy eating and active lifestyles. Harley also participates in gardening experiences, which support his understanding of food and health habits. Harley is supported at the supplementary level within the cognitive category under the NCCD. He requires target adjustments, such as visual supports, small group instruction, structured routines, and behavior support strategies. These adjustments are documented and reviewed to ensure ongoing support. Collaboration is essential to ensure Harley receives consistent and effective support. I work closely with his family to share strategies and maintain consistency between home and the learning environment. I also implement strategies from allied health professionals, including communication, motor skills, and behavior support. Within the teaching team, we engage in regular planning and documentation. This collaboration is ongoing and structured, ensuring that adjustments remain consistent and responsive to Harvey's needs. I truly believe collaboration matters because it ensures consistency, shared expertise, and a holistic understanding of Harley's needs. It strengthens inclusive practice and improves his engagement in learning outcomes. In conclusion, inclusive practice requires intentional, responsive, and collaborative approaches. Through the NCCD, Universal Design for Learning, and strong partnerships, I support Harley's participation, engagement, and sense of belonging. Thank you so much for your time, everyone. Please let me know if you have any questions.